out there, peeps? I hope everybody is having a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're going to talk about silver. This is what I love about whenever you get historians who get involved with analyzing precious metals. They do some great comparison, and they spot trends that most likely other people can't spot. Boy, do I have a great video to show you guys. We'll check it out here in a minute and listen to what he has to say about silver because it's important. Before we get started, hit the thumbs up button because when you do, it helps us get past the algorithm that YouTube puts on us and keeps us from being shadow banned. If you're not a subscriber, please do so because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. The disclaimer here is I'm not a financial advisor, a lawyer, or an accountant. The information that I share with you, I do freely. It is of my own opinion. Hey folks, just a quick reminder that back in 2008 and 9, a lot of people lost all of their retirement savings and their 401ks and IRAs because they did not own gold and silver. Yeah, that's right. Gold and silver protects you from a market crash. So do yourself a favor, protect your retirement by purchasing gold and silver. You can go to moneymetals.com, reach out to them, and they will help you set yourself up to protect you and your family from having to start all over from scratch. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they will send along with your order a free half ounce of silver. So folks, do yourself a favor, head on over to moneymetals.com and protect you and your family from a market crash, as well as inflation. That's right, head on over to Money Metals when you want to buy gold and silver. Keep in mind, if you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. Hey, right now, a special offer for my audiences only. You have a chance to win 100 free American Silver Eagles. That's over $3,000 in value. And all you have to do is enter your email to win. That's it. That's right, there's no obligations to purchase. The link is down below in the description, so head on over there, enter to win. You have between now and December 31st of this year to enter. The only way you can for sure not win 100 silver American Eagles is by not entering at all. So do yourself a favor and enter your email so you have a chance to win. People keep asking me, where is the link, Pimpy? It's real simple. If you're at my page on YouTube and you're watching any of the videos, any of them, you see the video here and you scroll down, see my name right here? If you go here where it says show more and you click it, here's all the links to the things you have access to. If you want to enter into the competition to win 100 free medals, just click it right here and it'll take you to the website where you can sign up. If you want to buy and own physical gold and silver, just click this link right here and it'll take you to the Money Metals website. And if you're thinking about buying cryptocurrencies, just scroll on down and you see the word Coinbase. Click this and it'll take you over to the website that you can sign up for. So you can buy Shiba, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin. For those of you looking for my address, there it is right here. As everyone is aware of an alternative website, the link is down below in the description. Over here I post original content as well as other videos that have been banned from YouTube. It costs $3 a month to join for unlimited access, and all proceeds go to finding life's purpose. So come on over there and join us. Beware of scammers. That's right, people posing and pretending to be me. How you can tell us apart is real simple. If you post a comment and I respond, you will see a dark circle around my name. See this? It's either gray or black. I won't be sending you to WhatsApp, and I won't be sending you to Telegram or Telegraph or anything like that, nor would I be asking you for money. From time to time, I will be using material that's considered copywritten. I post this just to show that I am exercising my fair use rights. Alrighty, even though the markets are closed, you can see gold and silver rebounding pretty decently. Not bad. Up $8.60 for gold. Silver up 4 cents. It's not a lot, but it makes a difference. Those prices are not going to stay there. If you're paying attention to what's going on over in Turkey, their economy is crashing. Super inflation is kicking in. Their dollars are dying. And that is just the start of a wave of things to come. I got something for you here. We'll review here in just a moment. As you can see, cryptos are going up. We got Bitcoin at 58,600. Looks like it's heading in the right direction. Take a look over here at Ethereum, almost back up to 4,500. Solana, down a little bit to 07. Cardano, down a little bit to 166. And then our favorite New World Order coin, it's $1.04. Dogecoin, moving slowly. And guess what? Shiba decided to join the fun. Yeah, it dipped down kind of low, you guys. It was up today about 43. Came down just a little bit. Is moving back up. So Shiba people, don't worry. Shiba Army, keep moving. It's going to go up. If you look at the 52-week average, you can see the same coins are all near their highs. Bitcoin, Ethereum, even Binance, Solana. Now here's something interesting. One of the metaverse coins is now on the top list. Look at this, Decentraland. Here it is right here. It's up 4.3%. It had set a high earlier and came down a little, but it will continue to go up. That's a new record for that one. Crypto.com coin came down 15%, but still up there pretty good. You're going to start seeing those coins that are all part of the metaverse really start popping up over here in the top tier of the cryptocurrencies. Don't be surprised at all. Some of them are jumping up by huge amounts of money. Satoma, still hanging around that, 706 level, right around there. He's going up a little bit, comes down a little bit. For the past hours, down 1%. Past 24 hours, down 6%. Past 7 days, down 10.7%. The past 14 days, down 41.4%. And the past 30 days, overall average, it is down 7.1%. I don't have no worries about that one either. Sandbox came down about 1.91% today. Just a little bit of a drop, but still up there around $7.14. Man, Sandbox is moving. Part of the metaverse coins. So I was saying, look, gold and silver is going to start moving. We've been hearing that for a long time. But we're going to listen over here to Ralphie Faber. This here's, I'll leave the link for this. This is Arcadia Economics. This is Chris Marcus's channel. But once I heard this video today, I absolutely wanted to share it with everybody. We'll critique it as it goes along. But I want you to listen to what Ralphie is saying, because it's just the start. And there's already a short on precious metals. You haven't seen anything yet. He's going to tell you what's about to happen. And if the precious metals are already short now, what do you think is going to happen here once these dominoes start falling? So let's listen to what Ralphie has to say.
The Endgame Investor coming at you with the second weekly silver report, and I'm excited to share with you some very interesting news. This happened just to the south of me yesterday. On November 23rd in Jerusalem, a half-ounce silver coin was found. On the front of it is Old Hebrew, and it says Yerushalayim, or Jerusalem. On the back is the seal of the high priesthood, the Kohen Gadol of the temple. It says Holy City on the back. This is a half-ounce coin about the size of a $50, minted in around 68 of the Common Era, 2 years before the destruction of the temple. This is the 30th half-ounce silver coin that has been found in good condition, very little tarnishing.
Now, I have one of those coins, but like he said, there's only third that are in that good of condition. Now, I have one that's pretty beat up, but not that beat up, but pretty decent looking.
And shows you, once again, how silver is money, has been money, will be money, and that's it. What has been going on in the silver market today, this week? Some very interesting stuff happening in Turkey. I want to show you this chart. We all know by now, I'm pretty sure, that the Turkish lira is in free fall. That country is experiencing hyperinflation as its currency, as its money substitute is dying, and people are dumping it in favor of gold and silver. Now, the odd thing here is that the Turkish lira in gold terms has gone up about 5.5%, which you can see in this little chart below here, since 2012. This is a 5-year chart. And up here in silver, it's gone up also 5.5 times. So if you've held your money either in gold or silver, you have preserved your purchasing power, and you would have no problem getting basic necessities now.
See, that's the thing about gold and silver. It doesn't lose its purchasing power. So even though the Turkey, their currency, the lira, is losing its purchasing power, gold and silver has not.
While people are scrambling for food and basic necessities, your neighbors, etc. question is why is the Turkish lira down the same exact proportion in gold and silver? And I will show you that now. You can see in the gold to silver ratio from that same date, November 2016, 5 years ago, the gold to silver ratio was 74.13. And you can see that over here.
That's really high. I remember, you can see right here on this chart, I think it was last July. Remember when it was up there to like 124 ounces of silver to every 1 ounce of gold? I told everybody, buy silver, buy silver, buy silver. That ratio is way out of whack. History has shown us that the gold to silver ratio is 15 to 1. So I told everybody that, I gave everybody this example. Let's say you had 10 ounces of gold and you have right here, the ratio is 124 to 1. And let's say you traded your 10 ounces of gold for 1,240 ounces of silver. Then when it got back down, I think it was like 62 or 63, somewhere around there, the ratio. I said, now, just in that short period of time, and it was only a matter of a few months before the ratio dropped down there. I said, just in those few months, now that the ratio is down there around 62, 63, if you turn around and you take those same 1,240 ounces of silver and you trade them across for gold, you now have 18 ounces of gold. You gained 8 ounces of gold just because the ratio changed. There's people out there, this is what they do for a living. They pay attention to these ratios. These ratios are way out of whack. That's why I'm telling people, look, buy silver. Don't get me wrong, you want to hold gold, but buy the silver because the ratio is way too out of whack. So once they get back together, get closer together, then you can trade your silver over for your gold, and your gold will preserve your wealth.
This level. Now, when we get to November 21st or 22nd, 23rd, whatever date it is, we are now at 74.34, basically the same number. So the gold to silver ratio has not changed in 5 years. And since the dollar is the reserve currency of the world, not the lira, in order for silver to outpace gold in a hyperinflationary scenario, it has to be in the dollar itself. And that is what will happen when confidence finally in the dollar is lost. Silver will outperform gold.
Oh, yes, it will. They got everybody trying to push us to the Green New Deal. All modern day technology, cell phones, computers, motherboards needed for the military, all use silver. Solar panels. We're already experiencing a shortage in silver. So you can imagine there's going to be huge demand for it. Like Ralphie said is, look, the other currencies around the world, the reason why you're not seeing silver outperform gold, not yet, is because the dollar, our dollar here in the United States, has to start crashing. Oh, it's going to. It's unavoidable. We've been printing out so many dollars, supposedly, that the only way they can even try to save the fiat dollar is to revalue gold. But these people, these put in office, supposedly, they're too stupid to manage money. They'll cut off their nose to spite their own face. They're trying so hard to push us into this great reset. But watch what Ralphie says.
As it did in 1919 and 1980, when consumer confidence reached a new low and confidence in the dollar itself was on the verge of collapse. And when consumers start to distrust the dollar and they need actual gold, they're not going to be able to afford it. So where will they go? They will go to silver. And that's when you will start to see silver outperforming gold, as it did as the dollar was in collapse in 1980. And also during the inflation of the post-World War I period in 1918, 1919, that was the last time since 1980 that the gold to silver ratio descended to 15 to 1. Why?
Which that's what it is historically.
Because it was the currency itself, the dollar itself, that was being doubted. And that's when consumers went to silver, not to gold. Who goes to gold? Banks and big companies and capital movers. But the public that needs to buy food, they go to silver. And there's a lot more of them than there are rich people. And that's why silver will outperform gold when there is a panic in the reserve currency.
What he's saying is there is more poor people than rich people. Poor people cannot afford gold. Bankers and billionaires and them can afford the gold. But there are more people than there are rich. So when the poor people start realizing that their dollar isn't worth a crap and they start buying silver, what he's saying is there's a lot more poor people than there are rich. You're going to see silver fly.
For now, both are stable, as both are stable in dollar terms, but that is not going to last. Let's go to the next slide. Here we see coin premiums still rising from last week, and they're hitting new highs for the year. Here we have the silver American Eagle. And before you say, oh, it's just the silver American Eagle because the US Mint is so incompetent that they were shutting down their machines and now everyone wants a silver Eagle and they're trying to jack up the prices, it's not just the silver Eagle. Let's go to the next premium chart. This is the silver maple leaf from Canada. We also see here, yes, the premiums are lower because the Canadian Mint is slightly less incompetent than the US Mint. That's true.
Let me show you something. This Money Metals website, the American Silver Eagle, that is the most popular coin out there around the world. It is recognized by everybody. That's why the premiums for the Eagles are always so high. The second most popular coin is the Canadian, the maple leaves. Now, you can see silver at $23.54 per ounce. The premiums are like about $10. Little less than $10 an ounce. There's a reason for that. This is supported. Trust me, if people didn't pay that, these prices would go down. So you're looking at about, $34 on average between them. Go back to silver. Silver maple leaves. Ooh, man. That's about $5 cheaper per ounce. Still the same amount of silver. It's just that the maple leaves, they're the second most popular coin. So if you're trying to get more bang for your buck, in other words, more silver, people will pay the higher premiums for the Eagles. But if you're just trying to accumulate silver, period, then you might try going over to the Canadian maple leaves because that's $5 cheaper per coin. So for every 6 coins you buy of maple leaves versus the American Eagles, you get the 7th one free because of the $5 difference. See what I'm saying? You don't have to buy the American Eagles. You can buy the maple leaf. $4.9 fine silver. The second most popular coin out there when it comes to silver.
But still, we see here the premiums, meaning the discount on futures really, is at a high for the year following silver squeeze, which happened right here when the premiums hit a low in February, and it is working in silver maple leafs and in silver eagles, but it's not just that. Check this next one. Even junk silver, the 90% silver coins you can get in those junk bags. Look at the recent rise in the premium from about 15% now to 17.2% over the last 2 days when silver had a minor sell-off. And we're going to talk about that sell-off in a second. But you see here, silver squeeze, February, premiums on 90% junk silver rocketed and then rocketed again, and they have been trending higher, and now they keep climbing. So yes, this is working, and I wouldn't worry about the futures price right now.
That's what we're seeing on the market. It's called the spot price. I've been telling people this. Understand that's paper value of gold and silver. That's not the physical value. So if they go out there and they're shorting their futures contracts, trying to drive down the price of silver, that's fine. And the price of silver will go down. You need to look at it as a dip or a sell. In other words, hey, there's a sale going on with gold or silver, and buy it. Rafi's going to explain something to you.
What about this sell-off that's been happening for the last 2 or 3 days? Well, that can be explained by major delivery day coming in 2 trading days. The situation on the COMEX is as follows. We have 19,600 contracts worth of silver in registered category in the vaults. Open interest in silver right now with 2 days left to expiration is 31,028 contracts. Traders have 2 days to roll over or stand for delivery. Will 19,600 contracts be drained? I doubt it, but there could be a big hit this month because it is a big delivery month. The biggest of the year could be. The recent sell-off is bullion banks trying to discourage delivery and encourage rollover. As someone who took delivery of a silver warrant, I can tell you how tanking silver prices when you're about to take delivery of a warrant is very discouraging, and it encourages traders to roll over to the next month rather than take delivery.
So these bullion banks try to discourage people. They'll drive the price of silver way down. Don't fall for it. It's a trap. It's a trick. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Don't do what they say. Do what they do. Buy on the dip. Who cares what the spot market says about the price of silver? We know it's not realistic. And the day is coming when they can no longer hide it.
Because they'll have mark-to-market losses. But the question is, when do these delivery day smashes stop? And the answer is when lower prices encourage delivery rather than discourage it. When traders no longer care about the price that they're paying for the silver, they just want the silver, whether that is a commercial user that needs silver for their industry, or it's a retail trader who wants to take delivery of a warrant because they want the physical goods for money. If lower prices actually encourage delivery rather than discourage it, that's when these smashes will stop. And I will show you the history of these smashes for this last year in the next slide. You see here.
We see this. I show you guys on that chart all the time when they smash down the price.
The lines, the black lines, point to first notice delivery days. You see here, December. There was a big sell-off. December was a big delivery month, December 2020. You see another big sell-off in March 2020, this line here. And another low in silver happened in April 2021. March 2021, and then February 2021, silver hit a low around first notice in April. Then another sell-off briefly here. And here in October, for October silver, we had a big sell-off and then we took off. So the fact that silver is selling.
If you guys remember, this huge drop right here is when all of a sudden like 77,000 contracts hit the market. We were like, what the hell? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They're trying so hard to keep the true value of silver down, to try to discourage from people taking more. They're not going to be able to stop it anymore. People don't have any trust in a dollar.
Selling off now, right when we're about to hit December deliveries, which is traditionally a very big month. It is not surprising that silver is experiencing a brief sell-off at the moment. Now, there is something else that should be noted that is extremely rare, that only has happened 5 times in the last 21 years, and that is the dollar index has hit overbought territory for the 5th time since the year 2000. Remember the year 2000, 2001, when the dollar index was at humongous highs and the dollar was very, very strong. That was because there was still some semblance of fiscal responsibility back then, when there was sort of a balanced budget, but not really. That was the first time this millennium that the dollar index was overbought. The next time it was overbought was at the peak of the great financial crisis of 2008. Overbought here by the 14-week RSI means a number over 70. It was overbought again in 2010 when the dollar index had a brief blip. And finally, the last time it was overbought was at the peak of the 2014 oil crash, when the dollar index was climbing like mad, and it was overbought here for about 6 months. That was huge. Since then, nothing. Not even during the March 2020 COVID sell-off of everything and dollar panic of that time. Did not reach overbought, just hit 70, but now for the first time in 6 years, the dollar index is overbought. Is it going to stay here? Probably not, but we could be on the verge of some kind of liquidity event, which this is what it might be signaling. And what's going to happen when we hit a liquidity event? The Fed is going to have to print even more, and the dollar is going to be toast. How much longer do we have until that inversion? Don't know, but it's coming. Now, I wanted to comment on the LBMA's, London Bullion Market Association's, take on the silver squeeze movement and show you why they are completely wrong, logically speaking. Here is what the LBMA wrote about silver squeeze, trying to brush it off as nothing and a bunch of ignorant apes that don't know what they're doing. This is chapter 3 of the LBMA's report on the silver market 2021. Here they have a subsection called the social media storm. By this, they mean silver squeeze. It starts: The events of late January, early February this year have almost become folklore in the silver market. It is worth recalling how this emerged and its impact on retail buying even after the social media storm faded. First, here in this paragraph, I talk about GameStop and how GameStop bled into the silver movement. Buoyed by this success, social media discussions soon focused on silver, and in particular, long-held conspiracies that financial institutions were holding significant short positions. For many, the resemblance to GameStop was all too apparent, albeit erroneous. Buying of silver bars, coins, and exchange-traded products quickly ramped up. Here, they say, although the silver price achieved a 6-year high of $30.10, the social media frenzy quickly faded. Dynamics in the silver market are quite different from, it really should say from, this is bad English, quite different from those behind the GameStop trade. In essence, there were no massive short positions in silver to force out. That is the sentence that I want to challenge on a logical basis. The LBMA claims there are no significant short positions in silver to force out. I contest that on logical grounds. Now, it is true that if you look at the COT reports, the Commitment of Traders reports on the CME, on the positioning in the futures market in silver, there are not that many bullion bank shorts. That is true. Those shorts are in gold. But there is a massive short position in silver. How is that? Because people who hold dollars essentially hold gold and silver substitutes. So in order to hold dollars, you are short silver, because when the dollar collapses, people buy silver. And I've already showed you this in 1980 and 1919 and in 2011.
Rafi's saying is those people have not bought into the silver yet. They're the ones that's actually shorting the silver. Meaning there's way more people out there holding on to the crappy fiat dollar than buying silver. But as soon as something triggers them and they panic, they will rush to silver. And guess what? There won't be enough of it there, causing it to short.
Consumer confidence really plummeted because of price inflation going out of control. That's when the public cornered the silver market and dumped their dollars. They were trying to cover their own short positions in silver because they had too many dollars and not enough real money. So the short position in silver is absolutely massive because there are way too many people with inflated silver substitutes. And when people realize that they have to get rid of these substitutes and buy their silver back, that is when you get a short squeeze on silver, and that is what a silver panic is. So the short position in silver is much bigger than the LBMA realizes because they don't understand that silver is money.
Gold and silver has been money for thousands of years. It always has, and it always will be. What Ralphie's saying is this. In the United States, less than 5% of the people invest into gold and silver. That means 95% of the people, when this crash happens, they're going to lose just about everything. And I don't care how rich you are. You're going to see stock market crashes, the selling off of assets, foreclosures, food shortages. In addition to that, 401ks and IRAs are going to tank because most of the money, if not all of it, is into stocks and bonds, which are going to crash. Those who are holding on to gold and silver, we don't lose our purchasing power. In other words, if we sold our silver or our gold, we would get more dollars because the dollars won't have the same value. You'll see the prices of gold and silver shoot up. It's crazy that only 5% of the people in the United States buy gold and silver. But like Ralphie said, as soon as people start realizing that the dollar isn't worth a crap, we're already seeing inflation. They're lying to us, telling us 6.2%. No, it's almost 13% now, if not higher. They're lying to you. They took out energy and vehicles, I think it is, in their calculations for inflation, with a good reason. Look what our gas prices are. It would show that inflation is much higher, which means the dollar has no value. So Turkey's dollar is dying, causing their people to already run to gold and silver. That's one country already starting. As other countries start to realize their dollar isn't worth a squat, their citizens are going to run to gold or silver. Meanwhile, here in the United States, Our government just lies in our face, pees on your leg, and spits on you and tells you that, hey man, everything is okay. We have a great economy. China is telling all 1.4 billion of the people, start stocking up on food. They know what's coming. Both Russia and China are telling their people, buy gold and silver. What is our government doing for us? What are they telling us? That the dollar's A-okay. Buy the dollar. It's not. They're lying. Only those of you who are stocking up on gold and silver, hopefully you never put yourself in a position where you have to sell it and you're still holding on to it. Time is coming. As one country and the next country, their dollars start crashing due to hyperinflation, it starts a chain reaction. But as soon as the actual reserve dollar, which is the United States fiat dollar, starts to crash, we will start to see huge jumps in gold and silver. This is a rare time for everybody right now. Rare because we will actually see a huge transfer of wealth going into gold and silver. Usually gold and silver preserve your wealth, protect you from inflation. This time in history, way different. So if you start buying gold and silver, congratulations. Your life is going to change. Anyways, I thought the video was really informative. I will leave the link so you can go watch the full thing. Shout out to Chris Marcus and Arcadia Economics for getting that report from Ralphie. You could see what's coming down the line. It isn't going to take much more. Jerome Powell becoming the Federal Reserve chairman all over again. So they're already stopping tapering. That's when the government artificially pumps up the market by buying the assets. You can start to see the true value of the assets. Now, Jerome Powell don't have a choice. He's going to have to start raising interest rates. Between the tapering, stopping, interest rates going up, ooh man, we're going to see inflation. Super inflation. Gas around $7, $8 a gallon, $9 a gallon. That's coming up. Bread, $10, $15 a loaf. Milk, $10. That's real. It's not fake. Because the dollar's not going to have any purchasing power. Get where I'm coming from? Hopefully you set yourself up so you're not going to be trapped with these dead fiat dollars. You've started moving money around and started buying and protecting you and your family with gold and silver. Anyways, you guys, that's it for now. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so. Because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. I'll catch you later. I'm out.